So if you have ever owned an old car, you probably know this feeling. You wash it, it rains once, and suddenly your interior smells like an old place. Or in my case, the windows keep steaming up and you don't really know why. The Astra has been letting water in for a long time, which I thought I fixed, but today I'm fixing it properly. Now before we get into today's repair, I need to rewind a bit. Most of this footage was never meant to be on YouTube. Back then I wasn't filming content, I was just trying to save this car from falling apart. The first sign something was wrong was the headliner. It was sagging badly and there were watermarks, especially around the windshield. At the time I thought it was from the sunroof, but it was actually something else. You see, when I removed the roof bars, I found the real issue. Under them was the original sealant, almost 30 years old. It was cracked, dry, and basically doing nothing anymore. Every time it rained, water had a direct path straight into the roof. I know this footage is vertical, but honestly I'm glad I filmed it at all. I cleaned everything, resealed the whole roof, cleaned and treated all the surface rust with rust converter, then I applied primer all over the spots. After that, I began the process of restoring the old headliner. I started by taking the old material off and removing the old glue. Then, with the new material acquired, I sent the headliner to be made. In the meantime, I cleaned every single interior part. I stayed around 6 months without the headliner to be sure there were no leaks anymore, before putting everything back together. Then I finally put everything back together. At the time, I thought the problem was solved. After almost an entire year of no problems, rainy days, and countless car washes, everything was perfect. Until the first snow. There is one thing I didn't mention earlier. When the headliner was off the car, I noticed some surface rust at the top of the windshield. Before putting everything back together, we made sure no water was getting in from that area. Once we were confident the car was leak-free, as you have seen, we reinstalled the headliner and finished the job. And to be fair, it worked. The car saw rain, pressure washes and everyday use with no issues at all. So at that point there was no reason to think anything was still wrong. But then, one day, me and my friend went out to have some fun in the snow. Almost immediately the windshield started steaming up badly, and I couldn't understand why. That's when he noticed something I hadn't. The headliner right above the windshield and all the way back to the sunroof was soaking wet. Yeah, not really something you want to see after all the effort I put into repairing it. But me and my friend managed to act quickly. We dried the headliner as best as we could using towels and a heat gun, trying to save it. Thankfully, it worked. Right now I'd say it's about 99% dry. At that point I knew I couldn't ignore the problem anymore. For the past 3 weeks, I've left the car parked with bags covering the top part of the windshield, just to stop any more water from getting in. Inside the car, I also left coarse salt to absorb whatever moisture was still trapped. That was the only solution for the moment, until I could properly fix the issue, and until warmer weather comes. And there is one more important thing worth mentioning. The windshield itself, along with its seal, is original. That means it's been there for almost 30 years. So at this point it was pretty clear where the problem was coming from. Fast forward to now, I want to go to this area again, slowly, properly, and on camera this time. So that brings us to now, in April as I'm filming this. The previous shots you saw were filmed in February. I've been waiting for better weather to come so I can start working on the Astra again. And it is here, kind of. At the same time, I've been busy with uni, so I ended up waiting for the Easter holidays. Why I said kind of, it just started raining. So let's move inside the car and continue talking. So, as I previously said, I've been waiting for the Easter holidays to come. Now the holidays are here, but honestly, I don't want to rush it. With the holidays, most people are either fully booked or not working, especially when it comes to things like bodywork or windshield replacement. Let me close this window as it is pouring outside. What I was previously saying is that I don't want to do a job like this in a hurry just for the sake of filming a video. Especially since lately it's been raining. I've been washing the car quite a bit and surprisingly no water has been getting in. So it makes me think that the issue might have just been worse during winter, with ice and snow getting past the windowsill. Either way, it's something I'll take care of properly in the near future. Now that the rain has stopped, let's go get the summer wheels and put them on. Okay, to be honest, I don't know how much battery I have left on my mic. You probably noticed that I made an upgrade in audio quality throughout this video, and that the first half of this video was filmed with another phone as a microphone, and while it did the job, you can probably hear that it's not really the best. And right now I upgraded to a DJI mic mini, which I planned for a while, and here it is. You can probably hear me a lot better. Now I'm on my way to my good friend and mechanic to put the summer wheels on and of course spend some time at the garage. If you haven't seen the video where I was a co-pilot, a passenger with him in a C20XC swapped Corsa B, I highly advise you to go and watch it. That was a really fun video to make. As you can see, I'm not really the best at talking in front of the camera. It's a learning curve for me. I learn as I go, and I think I'll get better. I saw more experienced people say that it gets better with time and you are never ready for this. So I guess I'm just going with it. Let's do some rev matching, as you do. I'm trying my best not to make this fall, this setup. Not the best sounding car. Not the best sounding setup, I would say. I am really looking forward to properly build this car, to make a fully custom exhaust system after we swap the GSI engine into it, and of course maybe some ITBs, who knows, but I'm planning to keep the car NA because I know I'm gonna have a lot of cars in the future that are gonna be turbocharged, so this one I'm trying to do something a little bit different. Of course, we are gonna try to extract as much power as possible from an NA engine. I know you can't really make a lot of power, but for me, around the 200 mark, 200 horsepower, it's enough. Seeing that this car will be a show car, it's my sole project, as I said, I might make a video in the future where I'm gonna tell you the whole story of this car and why it means so much to me. For now, I have a video on the channel where I explained why I love old cars, why this car means so much to me, and the video is called "Why Old Cars Never Get Old" or something like that. You can see it on my channel. I really hope this didn't move that bad and that you can properly see me. I don't know. I will see this after I pull over. So yeah, let's go and change the tires.